Today on CG Off-Road, we're going to show you how to install a JKS Manufacturing lift kit on your JK to make it look and perform a whole lot better. The two-door JK is a very capable vehicle off-road, even in stock form, but there's always room for improvement, so today we're going to be installing this JKS Manufacturing lift kit on this 2015 JK. This is the JKS Manufacturing JSPEC 2.5-inch lift kit designed to fit your 2007 to 18 two-door Jeep Wrangler. It comes with a set of high-performance Fox 2.0 Adventure Series shocks for the front and rear, as well as lift coil springs, a front track bar, and front sway bar disconnects, as well as everything else you'll need to properly lift your JK 2.5 inches. It's going to make this Jeep even more capable off-road and make it look even more aggressive. For more information and pricing, click the link in the description down below. Now let's get to the install. For this installation, you're going to need a full set of sockets, wrenches, and also drill bits. Okay, we have the Jeep up in the air with the rear wheels off. The first thing we're going to do now is support the rear axle with 2 pole jacks. Grab a 10mm socket and remove the 2 nuts that secure the parking brake cables. Then remove your brake line brackets on the outside of the frame. Do the same thing on the other side. With a 21mm socket, unbolt the bottom of the rear track bar. Make sure your differential is supported at this time. With an 18mm socket and wrench, unbolt the bottom of the shocks. Move to the top of the shock and remove the 2 16mm bolts. Then you can remove the shock. Do the same thing to the other side. With an 18mm socket and wrench, disconnect the bottom of the rear sway bar end links. Once you get the bolt out, do the same thing on the other side. The rear axle can now be lowered so we can remove the springs. Grab the 2 shorter springs that come with your kit. These are going to be for the rear. Put your isolator up top, then install these into the factory location. And do the same thing for the other side. You can lift the rear back up to put a little bit of tension on these springs. For the rear sway bar end links, we're going to measure up 1.25 inches from the factory hole, and we're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole to relocate the rear sway bar end links. And do the same thing to the other side. Attach the factory end links with the factory hardware in the new holes that you just drilled. Tighten down the nut and bolt. Install the provided bump stops on the rear axle. Use 2 11mm wrenches to tighten it up, and do the same thing on the other side. We can now install the rear track bar bracket. Get this piece installed. Install the bolt with the factory nut, but don't tighten it all the way just yet. Attach the 2 brackets with the provided hardware. Secure the bracket to the rear differential with the U-bolt. Lift up the rear and align your track bar and install your new nut and bolt. We're going to tighten this lower bolt to 125 foot-pounds, but you can't torque the track bar bolt until the Jeep is on the ground. Torque the U-bolt to 65 foot-pounds. Torque these smaller bolts on the side of the bracket to 40 foot-pounds. Install your new Fox shocks into the factory shock location. Start off by starting one of the bolts. Get the shock over that bolt and install the other one. Line up the shock with the bottom mount and install your bolts. You might have to lower the rear end a little bit. Tighten the two bolts up top. Tighten the lower shock bolt, then repeat the same process for the other side. Install the JKS brake line drop brackets. Use the factory bolt to secure them up top. Then you'll use the provided hardware to secure the brake line to the drop bracket. Okay, we're all finished with the rear. Now we're gonna move up to the front. We're gonna start off the front by loosening the upper shock nut. Just because of clearance issues, this one's gonna be a little bit tedious to get off. Remove the nut from the top of the shock. Use an 18mm socket and wrench to loosen the lower mount on the shock. Remove the bolt, then the shock can be removed. Use a 19 and 18mm wrench to disconnect the front sway bar end links. Remove the bottom bolt as well. Make sure your front axle is supported and then you can disconnect the track bar. Remove the bolt at the top of the track bar. Then it can be removed. Gently lower the front axle. Make sure that you have your brake line brackets disconnected from the frame, and then we can remove the front coil springs. Mark the center of your front spring perch and drill a 5/16 hole. You're going to use the provided self-tapping bolt to make threads in the perch. Run this all the way in. Install your new spring. Make sure you install the new bump stop along with it. Use the provided bolt to secure the bump stop into the threads that you just made. Install your washer and bushing onto your new shock. Slide it up into place. And install the bushing, washer, and nut up top. Reinstall the lower shock bolt. Tighten down the nut and bolt. Take the non-adjustable end of the track bar and put it into the frame. And we want to make sure, to start out, we're going to make this 33.5 inches long, which should line up, and then we can further adjust it if we need to. And it looks like 33.5 inches is going to line up perfect. We'll install this bolt on the bottom as well. Tighten the upper bolt. Grab the longer stud for your sway bar disconnects and install that onto the sway bar and secure it with the nut. Use a 19mm socket and the pin that comes with this to tighten it down. Install the shorter stud on the bottom and tighten it down just like you did for the top one. Once you get both the end link studs tightened, torque them to 65 foot-pounds. And action. Adjust the end links to be 9 inches from center to center, then you can install them. Place the passenger side brake line extension bracket onto the frame and tighten it with the factory bolt. Attach the factory bracket to the extension bracket with the provided hardware and tighten down the nut and bolt. Do the same thing to the other side. We're now going to loosen up the adjuster on the drag link. Now we're going to go back and torque everything that we touched to the specifications in the instructions. Okay, we got our JKS Manufacturing 2.5-inch lift installed on our 2015 JK. It's going to make this thing handle like an absolute champ off-road. I'd say give yourself the better part of a day to install this lift, and before you know it, you'll be heading off-road. We hope you enjoyed this video. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the link right here, and for more videos like this one, check out this playlist.